you ready, mate? This is the news.
Right. Hello. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very good. I'm just having a bit of a Samco delight.
Oh, yeah, I remember some B-Moto.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I might have bled some brake fluid in that earlier. Well, look, we're back. We're back. It's the news.
Yes.
Slight different location today. Again, we haven't really done much towards our new studio setup, but it's coming. Let me just...
Oh, I can't. How do I get...
Do you want to go up?
Yeah, I'll go up.
Yeah, is that better? You're a bit taller than me now.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm
Right
all
in
right.
real life.
We haven't got any glasses on. Where are your glasses?
Shit! Shit!
How can you even see? Honestly. Amateurs. Wank. Wanglehorn.
Yeah, so sorry, it's been quite a while.
It's been busy, isn't it?
It's been very busy, yeah. Lots of stuff, as you've probably seen. We don't just do shit. We do
Massive
cool
shit.
Yeah, we do massive shit. So, it's not just going out and taking a couple of Instagram pictures or standing there scantily clad next to a motorcycle. We do it properly.
Has someone got under your skin there?
No,
No?
I was just someone made a point. Someone put a comment on our on the Paul Ricard video last night, and it just made me laugh.
I mean, it does get frustrating.
Yeah.
That people that don't even ride the bike
Yeah.
just sit in a room and read out something with no real expertise or knowledge on the subject at all. But that's
Anyway,
the internet for you, isn't it?
Exactly.
Maybe we should just do it.
We do.
That's what we're doing
That's
right
we're
now.
doing that right now, yeah.
Welcome to the news. Lovely segue there, mate. I quite feel like I want like a handle, like a wow.
One hand.
Yeah, no, like a Smashy and Nicey, like when they pump the pop. Harry Enfield, Smashy and Nicey.
I'm a bit younger than you, mate. I remember smashing nice. I just don't remember the handle.
It's a bit like a speedboat throttle.
I don't remember it.
Maybe I'm imagining it.
Oh, I mean,
You're more of a Philip Schofield era.
well, I just feel naked. I haven't got my laptop for the first time ever on the news. A, we're not wearing makeup because we lost the makeup things.
Well, we didn't want to use the same sponge,
No.
did we?
And I've forgot my laptop. So
And your glasses.
and my glasses.
But you have had a bit of a virus recently.
I
haven't
have, yeah. But I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Oh, so what are we kicking off with?
you? Well, I think we should go new bike news.
Should we do new bike news?
And I think we should go smash it straight in with something I find quite exciting,
Yes.
which is Kawasaki's brand new ZX-6R. Now, they had quite a nice intro video. We'll see if we can
They
rip
did.
some of it now, actually,
Yeah.
because it is quite exciting. I mean, it's like classical music and stuff. It's a bit hammy,
It's a bit Japanese, isn't it?
but for the Japanese,
yes.
it was very good and exciting.
And it makes you feel like you want to ride the bike. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not that often you watch a video and go, "Come on!" A lot of these videos nowadays are just so.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, it's influencers stood next to a bike looking sexy with the cool jacket on. It doesn't make you want to go and ride a bike, whereas that actually made me want to go, I want to go and ride that.
Yeah.
That bastard.
Yeah.
Right up.
Basically, there's the details are quite scant at the moment. Although what we do know is there's the first paragraph of the press release was all about the aero package. Surprisingly, I think obviously it's a bit of a token gesture, but on a 600, really. But apparently, then again, wings do make a difference. The aero does make a big difference in MotoGP. Just ask Marc Marquez and Fabio Quartararo. But we'll get to that later on.
And any other Honda riders that are still alive.
But yeah, so there's this new aero package, and there's things like there's upgraded engine, different cam profiles, inlet trumpets and stuff. So there's search for power. There's obviously there's emission issues being a Euro 6, but I haven't actually need to fact checked my fact checks because it's 129 PS. So, I mean, actually, it is actually more power than the last one, I believe.
It's still a 636, though, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah. I was trying to fact check something a minute ago before we came on air, and it's so impossible because depending on who wrote the fact check, you can ask it a slightly different answer a slightly different question than is actually being fact checked, and you've got to check who the fact checkers are and who are they checked by.
Just check it. So, yeah, apart from the aforementioned upgrades in aero and engine, new TFT dash, and that really is about it. But the good news is, so it's available in October, and the price is £10,599, which really for a 600 in 2023, I think it's pretty good.
It's very cheap.
Lots of people are asking about ride-by-wire. There's no mention of it in the press release, but as I said, they are alluding to the fact that there's lots of details not seen on a Supersport bike before. So we may have ride-by-wire, but hasn't been confirmed or denied yet. So, but yeah.
It would make sense because if you are battling an emissions boundary, like a target, you could probably do something with the throttle, and then with the throttle input, and when you then upgrade to a race system, like a not legal for road system, you can let it go. So it would make sense to me, and I'm like a MotoGP engineer. But ultimately, it's brilliant news for the 600 segment, isn't it? Because it's had no good news for the last 8 years.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree. And this new Supersport, new generation Supersport, I mean, it's brilliant. You've got Suzuki's winning at Knockhill. You've got Panigales and Yamahas fighting it out in Supersport, in World Supersport, and Kawasaki's. I think it's just, and it's all fair. No one's moaning. No one's going, "Oh, that bike's quicker." It's
like Mario Kart, isn't it? You got Donkey Kong and Toad competing in the same race.
That's exactly what the kind of thing I was looking for. Yeah. While we're on Kawasaki question, should we just mention the ZX-4RR? So
go on then.
So the ZX-4RR is the only bike that's coming into the country. So there's a ZX-4R, but the RR, the racier, fully loaded RR is the one that's coming into the country. And let me just get this right. The price is £8,699. So again, it's not that bad.
Not when you look at everything else. Like
exactly.
Like
the bigger picture.
Like your electricity bill.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got to mention the Kawasaki tagline for 2024 for the Supersport.
It's brilliant.
Is awaken your Supersport.
Awaken it.
Oh,
that's very Japanese as well, isn't it?
It's very Japanese. It's very Japanese.
So also we've got BMW announcing another interesting proposition. Is the BMW M1000XR.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I'm sure it's someone's cup of tea, but it's kind of the bike that no one ever really asked for. But there we go, we've got it, and it's got some M stickers on it. So let's see how it performs. I mean, we got the Multistrada Pikes Peak, which is probably its closest rival in terms of what they can both do. They're sort of upright, big, tall, superbike bastards, basically. Yeah. So I think there probably should be a test coming soon where we take a Pikes Peak and an MXR.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure when it's going to be ready, available, but yeah. I mean, obviously,
I don't think it's going to be far off.
No. I mean, there was a bike, obviously, at the TT. Those of you who must have been alive and well, or even at the TT, would have seen Hickey riding it for did he have a couple of laps on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And unsurprisingly, he said it was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Who does he ride for? MVB.
BMW. Yeah, BMW. Yeah.
BMW.
Yeah.
BMW. Yeah.
Lashings of carbon, M Sport bits. I mean, it's going to be good, isn't it?
It's going to be good. Yeah. It's going to be good.
But like I said, it's one of those bikes that falls into the category of one of those bikes that no one ever wished for type thing. Like almost like the KTM Super Duke GT.
Yeah. It's kind of But anyway, let's see what it does. I mean, it's just I fear that it could possibly be just yet another sort of M badged, for no other reason than a slight vanity product. But let's ride one. They probably won't give me one now.
No. News.
So any other new bikes? Not really. There's not really much.
No, there's
going
not new
on.
bikes. But should we talk about MCIA bike sales? So
yes.
The Motorcycle Industry Association, the leading big wigs and suits in motorcycle industry in the UK have released May figures for bike sales. And quite an interesting nugget, which I'm going to surprise Chris, because I did ask him earlier, but he said, no, let's wait for the show. Let's wait for the show. So here we are. Guess which motorcycle manufacturer topped the sales charts in May this year?
Above 500cc, or just
all in all?
All in all, so including mopeds and
everything.
Well, because it's surprising, I'm going to say something random, and I'm going to say Royal Enfield.
No, sorry, it's not surprising.
Oh.
But it's the figures are surprising. So let's just come out straight out with it. It's Honda, and they have sold over 2,000 motorcycles, which is just under double what any other manufacturer have sold in May. Now, that's not really a surprise in the fact that Honda are leading the sales market, because they have bikes from 50cc to 50 billion cc, don't they? No.
It must be all the dribble down success from the MotoGP.
It must be. Yeah. Yeah.
Do we know what bike it is? What bikes it's made of? Like the top one?
Yeah.
It's not going to be a Fireblade, is it? Monkey?
So, the most popular motorcycle in the UK in May was the Honda PCX 125. Accompanying that was the Honda NT 1100, which it's like the new Pan-European. It's awfully dull. Dull.
Like an updated Derville.
Yes. Yeah. The most popular adventure bike was, guess what?
BMW GS.
Yes. Most popular naked bike was the Triumph Street Triple RS.
Superbike?
Well, this is it. So, because Supersport is so dead in the eyes of the MCIA, they combined. There's a new category called Road Sport, which basically is sport touring and supersport. And the most popular road sport bike was the Kawasaki Ninja SX.
Okay, but that's 600 sport bikes and
above.
And above, so including V4 Panigales.
Yes,
and everything.
Yeah.
They got the data there. Why can't they just split it up? That's what we want to know.
You can. I mean,
you can drill down. Oh, you need to pay.
Yeah, you need to pay. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Well, surely they should give us a free ticket. I mean, this is the news. I mean, if you want any motorcycle news, which is mainly bullshit, this is where you come. So you've got another...
And I'll just tee it up with my old dog and bone now.
Foreskin, perineum, buttock, mammary. So you've had an interesting little delve into the tabloids of...
No tabloids.
No?
This is an actual email sent to us by an agency, and there's been an interesting survey done by Moneybarn. No idea who they are, but they've done a very interesting
Well, whoever
survey.
they are, they paid for the advertising agency to email us.
Yes.
So well done, Moneybarn.
Yes. And they've announced the UK's top cities where the roads are guff. So should I say the worst road surfaces in the UK's towns and cities, and A roads and B roads. So should we delve into it, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Reverse order. Worst.
Reverse order. Okay, so
best to the worst.
Okay, so fourth worst A roads, London, with 8%. Third is Reading with 9%. Second is Bristol with 9%. Must be close, that one. And first, coming in with 10%, is Nottingham.
So 10% of the vote is that?
No, that's the 10%.
10% of the entire road surface is not
that needs resurfacing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So London was what?
London was 8%.
So 8% of the road surface in London is not fit for purpose.
No.
Wow.
And 10% in Nottingham is not fit for purpose.
Wow.
I mean, it just follows on from our video that we did with Gav in this very studio about the road surfaces in the UK, and
it's shockingly shit.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things, and it's like, oh, it's only a road. There's worse things to worry about.
I know, but they'll still equally spend a load of money putting a camera in to catch people speeding on that shitty road.
Yeah.
And there's a particular drain where I live, and every 6 months they're out redoing it, and you just think, just move the fucking drain, mate. You come out every time. But it's just, oh well, we fixed it now. Oh, another little contract to, some fucking company. I don't know why the council doesn't actually do it themselves. They just subcontract it because they're fucking lazy.
Well, no, because they make more money out of subcontracting it.
Yeah, well, they're
Yeah,
they're
they're not lazy. They're greedy.
Yeah, and then they get a backhander from the subcontractor, allegedly.
Yeah. So the top 3 UK towns and cities with the worst B roads in the UK. Number 3, 12% of Leicester's roads should be considered for resurfacing. Second is Derby with 14%, and first is Liverpool with 15%.
15% of the road. Wow.
Yeah.
Right. So should we move on to a bit of racing? Feeling a bit racy?
I'm feeling a bit racy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the big news, this is slightly old news now, but I think the most earth-shattering, like what the hell, was Toprak.
Yeah.
So World Superbikes, obviously he's been Yamaha for quite a while now, won the World Championship, and he just announced that he's now moving to the Germans. Which, I mean, I've got an opinion on that, but what's your sort of initial?
My opinion is that he has obviously been told there's a new bike or a big improvement coming. So no amount of money. He's still young. He's still one of the world's best talents, and regardless of its MotoGP World Superbikes, that kid can ride a bike like no other. And I think there must have been something said to him to make him go to BMW.
From BMW.
From BMW. So whether or not that was MotoGP, a new bike, but there've been lots of things going on behind the scenes that I'm not comfortable talking about, that I've heard from certain people, and I just think that...
Talk about it.
I think that the bike is obviously very good. The bike as a stunning road bike, but over the years it hasn't made a good race bike. And I think the electronics are a big thing, and there's rumours that the bike might be going to Morelli, so rather than having BMW controlling having full control with their electronics like they have done for most of the championship there, that's something I'm sure Scott wanted, and I'm sure that Toprak wants as well. So I don't know. I think that there must be something big for him to go there, and because personally, I think Scott is just a faster rider, just as fast. So I don't think Toprak could go there and go boom, wins and podium straight away. So
no, I don't think anyone will. I think there's a lot of work to happen, but the other philosophy is, yes, I'm sure he's been tempted with development, but let's face it, unless you're on a Ducati right now, I don't think anybody's going to win in the next 2, possibly 3 years.
No.
Like, there's a lot. Everyone else has got a massive amount of work to do, or Ducati has to be penalised a massive amount. I mean, the World Superbike, just to give you an idea, already runs, 500 RPM less than the road bike that you buy? So, how else do you penalise the bike? We'll take some more off it. I mean, obviously, Bautista and that bike are an amazing combination, but so I guess from another rider perspective, he might as well sit there and take X amount of millions to help bring on something which might have a chance. Who knows? But if not, you still get the money, and then maybe get a Ducati ride in 2 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think there's any
MotoGP really, can they? Because Ducati are absolutely smashing it out of the park everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, they do have 8 bikes.
Yeah,
but so that's kind of, I think, the big World Superbike paddock shuffle. That's gonna kickstart a whole other, because who's going to fill in the spot at Yamaha? It's going to start the shenanigans. Yeah, which I think is quite exciting.
Oh, it's very exciting.
I like it when riders change manufacturers.
I love it.
It's good.
Mixes it up a bit. Yeah. I wish Johnny would go.
Same here. I was just about to say that. What's he going to do?
Go back to Honda. I don't know. But whatever happens, it's going to be exciting next year because Toprak is moving, and therefore everyone else is moving, or a lot of people are moving. So
Van der Mark's still injured. I mean, is he going to stay at BMW? Is Scott going to stay in BMW?
I think if Scott can get the Yamaha ride, he'll get the Yamaha ride. If not, then he'll stay at BMW. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Well, MotoGP.
Yeah, I mean, this still gets me the hardest. This series still gets me the hardest. The racing might not be as close sometimes. I mean, the sprint race is fucking... What the... Brilliant. Bring it on. Bring it on. I mean, it's just proper entertainment. I don't know the figures. I don't know what's happened. I know the crowd figures are up slightly. I don't know the overall picture for the whole season, as are obviously the TV figures on Saturdays. It's working. I'm not convinced that the sprint races are the cause for all these injuries. I don't get that. There's a lot of MotoGP journalists saying these sprint races are the cause for all these the injuries and the fatigue and things like that, and I'm not convinced by that at all. I think it's just the fact that the bikes are getting quicker and the riders are getting quicker, and there's no such thing as an alien anymore, unless Marc Marquez jumps on a Ducati, because he'll be so far ahead of anyone else.
I was just watching the Saxon ring,
Ballsack ring
at the weekend, and I was like, I want to see that guy on a Ducati, because he would smash the field. And he is so desperate, he's so hungry to win. Like every time he has a horrific accident, he'll quickly look at the bike. Is that rideable back to the pit lane? No, fuck that one.
Yeah,
and then legs it off.
Nicks a scooter, gets back.
Scooter, smashes up Zarco's bike in half.
That was brutal, wasn't it?
It was brutal, yeah. Nobody's fault. I don't know how people were arguing about it. Someone's fault.
I mean, it's a good conversation to have, though. Briefly, we're going to. I don't know depending on which broadcast you were watching. I was watching BT Sport at the time, listening to Neil Hosham talk about the track, and Alex Lowe's, in fact, talking about the track as outgrowing MotoGP. I 100% agree.
It's a shit track.
It's a fucking Mickey Mouse shit track.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's too small.
There's obviously the German AC.
Hockenheim.
Yeah, that's pretty guff as well, though.
It's better than that.
Anyway, the point is, it's too small. It's too nadgery. I was about to say it's safe enough, but my point is that pit lane exit. I've been waiting for that to happen for years. That sounds sadistically weird. Mummy, it's happened. But I think it's been on the edge of my. I've been edging.
You've been edging for it.
Stop it. Anyway,
whilst being pegged.
It feels like that's going to happen for a long time, and unfortunately it did. I'm just so glad. I thought Zarco was seriously injured. I thought when he wasn't moving, he's down, and he was waving his arms. I thought, he's broken his leg, or but no. I'm just thankful neither of them were hurt apart from Zarco's bike.
But yeah, what is happening to Honda? I mean, it's madness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the lap times hadn't increased that much over the last couple of years. If at all.
Oh, but the bikes have got the lap times, the overall race times have got much quicker.
Right.
We're talking like on average. I mean, just from the figures I've seen from Matt Oxley. They're anything from 10 to 20 seconds a race,
right?
Which is a fuck ton of time. And ironically, that's where Marquez, in those last sort of in the 2/3 race distance, when he's crashed, and obviously before Saxon Ring, he's crashed trying to keep up with the other bikes. And the bike's been on the limit, and he's
well, all the Honda ride. I mean, there's no one else on one at the moment apart from Taka, I think it's pretty clear he's just gone. Well, I just don't want to. I'm going to do what I can. But there we go.
Yeah.
And Marquez was fit to ride. He just elected not to.
He was declared fit to ride. That doesn't mean he's fit to ride.
No, but
he should never have been declared fit to ride after smashing his head.
And like him or hate him, if you hate him, you should watch the documentary on Amazon about him.
Yeah,
because
brilliant. It turned a lot of heads.
It's really good. But he is part of that paddock, and he is a ridiculous talent, and I want to see him on a bike that works properly.
Yeah, I mean, him and Casey Stoner are the two guys that I've watched in MotoGP and gone...
Next level.
Another level.
So speaking of MotoGP,
Yeah.
I was actually out in Mugello.
Oh, were you?
I was,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
for
Thanks for the invite.
Welcome to Mugello. So yes, I was at Mugello with Milestone, and if you're a gamer, you'll know that Milestone develop the MotoGP games, and this was to promote the new MotoGP 23, and we've actually got it next door now, and we're gonna have a game after this.
Yeah.
It is brilliant. Like, if you're into, it's a proper motorcycle racing sim. Like, you know, years ago when you buy a bike game and it just didn't, it was all arcadey, it felt sort of just weird, and it feels so good. And on the PS5, when you got the force feedback on the brakes and throttle, like even when you're on the rumble strip, you can feel the throttle sort of like traction, like and on the brakes you can feel the front chattering, and then it'll let go and snap and goes in, and it's amazing. So well, we're going to have a little combatant now. So yeah, go and buy that. What else have we got? On the continuing theme of MotoGP, there is another hot competition.
Is there?
Hot off the presses. So WD-40, who are a long-term subscriber, fan, and sponsor of the channel, we do lots of stuff with them. They have just launched a competition which is now live on their Instagram to win 3 tickets. So you and potentially 2 mates can come to Silverstone MotoGP with paddock passes. You will come and meet me. I will take you around the paddock, and then we're going to have lunch and a little chit-chat in the Pramac Racing hospitality unit. So we can hang out with Jorge and Zarco.
Stop promising stuff.
You know, potentially you might see them, and
Wave to them.
we can tell them what the correct line into turn 4 is. So that's a mega prize. Now I'll probably put a link in the description how to do it. So this is let me just get the facts straight here. So when you pick up our WD-40 44 teeth dry weather motorbike bundle from Amazon before the 19th of July, you can enter our thrilling competition. So this is a bundle, and if you go to the Amazon page, you actually see pictures of us. Have you seen the pictures of us?
I have, yes.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
That's good.
I mean, you're riding the bike and you look cool. I'm just sort of poncing around in a pit lane, but
Standard.
So the actual prize, let's just clarify this. So win 3 tickets for 3 days at the MotoGP at Silverstone for you and 2 friends. So you and 2 friends will receive paddock passes and on-site glamping accommodation. I missed that out in our thing.
Oh, right.
You'll also be shown around by Chris from 44 Teeth. That's me. You're on holiday. So you won't want to miss out. Here's what you need to do. So you need to pick up our specialist dry weather motorbike bundle from Amazon. Click the link in our bio, which we'll put it in the description.
It'll be in our bio
and please go there, because WD-40 really support us.
Yeah.
So even just go onto the Instagram channel now, drop a like on their thing, and say we love what you're doing because we need their money for next year. Share a photo of you putting your motorcycle chain lube and etc. to good use. Tag 44 Teeth and WD-40, and then remember the hashtag WD-40 Ride Ready. That's hashtag WD-40 Ride Ready. There's never been a better time to treat your motorbike, apparently.
Well, you're not wrong there.
No. So the competition ends on the 19th of July, and please go and show them some love, because they're great supporters of ours, and also, I mean, WD-40, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, one of the coolest brands ever.
yeah. And who hasn't got a can of the standard WD-40 in their house? I mean, it must be in every house in the world. So anyway, this is the motorbike specialist range. So go and buy it. Thanks. So then, any other news?
No, we're a bit not sure. Well, that's quite a lot of news we've had already.
That is quite a lot, yeah.
I think we were going to do some get your rat outs, but considering I've forgot my laptop, we're going to postpone that till the next show. But we have got shout out to all you guys who have actually taken time to email and compose these emails and send their photos in, which we will get around to next month, I promise. So sorry about that.
Thanks for your rats.
Get your rats right out.
So now it's time for mass debate.
Mass debate.
Right, so on the show this week,
Sorry.
what are you doing?
I just whispered masturbate into the thing.
So on the show this week, we are going to debate ultra low emission zones or general low emission zones. Yeah, okay.
No, it's not really a debate, is it? But
Well,
we'll just fire
it is
some fucks into the fucking fuck.
Okay, well, this is how. I mean, how do you feel about it? But there is a debate to happen, because I think, forget the sort of CO2 thing, but just air quality in cities. Everyone should be up for it being better. Right?
100%. Yeah.
So there is. We're not all out. Let's listen to what the arguments are. Let them present their facts or manipulated facts, and see where we go from there. So this is brought on by the reminder that the ULEZ, which is the ultra low emission zone of London, is expanding on the 29th of August.
Yeah.
So that, and it's coming out pretty far. Like it's almost to the M25.
Yeah.
So anyone within that area, your vehicle needs to be Euro 3 compliant, which is basically 2006, 2007 crossover. If it's after 2007, you're probably okay. But anything before that, you will likely, even on a motorcycle, have to pay £12.50 a day.
Are you sure? I think that's bikes Euro 3. Cars, I'm sure it's newer.
I mean, maybe it'll be cars. Yeah, I'm talking about bike. This is a bike show, isn't it?
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think we'll just clarify that, because
Yeah.
I'm not sure about on cars. Bikes, Euro 3 and over. This is a bike show.
Ring up Reuters.
Yeah.
Get the fact check out.
I thought you were going to say Roy Orbison or something. Roy
Orbison, that
Royston.
well-known sunglassed
Fact
fact checker.
Yeah. Chubby checker
He'd drive all night to creep in your room.
Yeah.
That's such a pervy song, isn't it?
Yeah.
I crept in your room.
I drove all night.
And then, so he drove all night
to
creep in your room.
And he drove all
No,
night.
but then he said, to make love to you. And then he said, is that all right? After he'd done it. Like, you need consent before, mate. Okay? Don't creep in people's room. So that's a reminder about the ULEZ and the expansion. And in the news the last few months, the citizens, because Sadiq Khan, who's the Sadiq Khan, who's the mayor of London, which is a hugely popular mayor, isn't he? Everyone loves him because he's so good. He used to be a lawyer. Slippery little character. He has basically enforced the expansion, even though the neighbouring councils don't particularly want it. But the citizens have been in revolt, and they've been snipping the cables, taking the cameras down, and we'd never condone that sort of behaviour at all.
No, don't do that.
But what a shame. Anyway, that's that. I mean, ultra low emission zones.
I like the way you said zones, because Bristol now has a low emission zone, which we didn't know about until my missus brought her shaggy old Focus into Bristol for the cinema thing, and didn't know about it. And then we had a fine. We had a fine, along with the other fines we had for the cinema fucking trip.
I got a speeding ticket. I got everything on that trip.
We got parking tickets, speeding tickets, a low emission zone. I mean, it wasn't a very
the Newcastle tunnel thing, fucking everything.
Yeah. But anyway,
Boothie's disabled parking ticket.
Yeah.
In the Nando's. Fuck you, Nando's.
God.
And speaking of other tickets, by the way, I just got a letter through the post from Cheveley fucking Services on my motorbike when I met you to go and pick up a hard drive, and I didn't want to take up a space in the services. Huh?
Nothing.
I didn't want to take up a space in the services with my little old motorbike, so I just popped it outside Greg's, stood right there, had a cup of coffee, yeah, no problem. Some fellow came round and was looking at the bike, but I just thought he was a bike fan and he just liked the bike. You saw him, didn't you?
Yeah.
We were both like, oh, what's he looking at the bike for? And turns out he was a fucking undercover pig. And he took some pictures of it and then sent me a parking ticket. I'm not going to pay. You can get fucked. Get fucked. I'll take you to court, mate. There wasn't a sign there saying no motorbikes. Anyway.
Should we ring Gav from White Dalton?
Yeah.
Should we ring Gav?
Ring him now, yeah. And while we're talking about fines, we need to get the number out. So if you don't pay the ULEZ fee, which is £12.50 a day, the fine on your little old Suzuki Bandit is 180 quid. If you pay within 14 days, it's 90. But still, 180 quid. Unbearable. I hope he answers.
Oh, Gav. So that was a genuinely like off the cuff.
That's how we roll. Spontaneity.
Yeah.
Spunkaneity.
The issue, the irony of these low emission zones is that you've got people driving sometimes twice as far as they would normally have to get to work just to avoid the low emission zones and causing more pollution. Yeah. But no one thinks about this because it's just more money in the fucking pockets of these.
I mean, everyone normal, you and I, we all think about it because we can see that it's absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Anything in the name of the environment. Anything. If it was like you're allowed to murder someone because it's a less carbon footprint because that person you murdered isn't going to breathe anymore. It's fucking ridiculous. And it's about time that this doctorate, this what is it called? This cult, this fucking environmental cult. Like I'm all for.
No, sorry, I thought you were going to talk about the government in general because.
Oh, and them as well. They're all in on it. They're all in on it.
Well, look at what's going on at the moment. Let's not get started on that.
I don't know what's going on.
Partygate.
I'd much rather them just sort out the fucking country and stop going on about a fucking lump of cake. I think it's so obvious now to everyone involved that it's all about money, isn't it?
Yes.
As is 98% of everything in our lives is all about money and extracting it from our pockets and giving it to them. Here's another question. This staggers me. What percentage of the atmosphere is CO2?
I think 60-something%.
You think 60% of the atmosphere is CO2?
Yeah.
Okay. 60. That's quite high.
Is it? Okay, I'll go 14 then.
14. Okay. You're going to go 14.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a little time. What do you think? Rough estimate. Because considering it is in our face every day, on everything we buy, on everything we do, every action has got a carbon footprint.
Spit out.
0.04%.
Oh, so I was way off there.
With 60%, you were way off.
Yeah.
So 0.04% of the atmosphere is CO2. On that bombshell.
Like you said, the air quality is shit.
Air quality is shit.
Yeah.
And there's a video on YouTube. I'll post this in the link, if it's still on YouTube. This was really interesting.
Was it one of your mates?
No, it was just some guy with like a air quality parts per mil thing. And along all the highways where the ULEZ goes, he stood there and like sat there in a pub garden like thing. And I think it's something, correct me if I'm wrong, I can't remember the facts, but below 0.10 or something, or 10 is what the EU says is acceptable. So he sat on the the road, like it's like, 0.8, goes somewhere else. Oh, 0.6, cool, okay, So it's all within the thing. Went into the London Underground and it was like 400. So it was like 100 times more than it should have been because of all the particles and the poor air quality in the London Underground, which is what they're telling you to go there because you're going to live longer if you live in a low emission zone. But then the fucking London Underground's full of shit! God damn it! It's the idiocy of it all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, use public transport. It's better for everyone. Well, clearly fucking not, is it?
Well,
anyway.
And on that bumshell, bumhole,
cummerbund,
gaper.
Bye.